Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your tarot session. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today is the eclipse. It's a very powerful day. It's the, full moon eclipse. And I'm very excited to bring you this message today because I'm getting the symbol I was getting while I was, grounding the energy and shuffling the cards for you recording. I kept seeing this, like a hand just snapping, like perfect. Okay, this is it. It's like something quick, something instant. And eclipse season is a time where we're invited to not do any rituals. We're invited to not manifest and to trust that the universe is working in our favor. I feel like this snap is like a confirmation that there's some type of great timing for you around something. Trust that the only thing you need to do right now is to surrender. Don't try to control. Don't try to plan. Like, what is the opposite of planning? It's probably surrendering. I think this is one of the bigger lessons of this specific eclipse. Oh, I love this. I love this. Four of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles as general energy. The queens are about nurturing. They cultivate something. And the Four of Pentacles is body wisdom. We're present. We're honoring the wisdom of our bodies. And the fours in the tarot, all fours are like cosmic forts. They shine a light on where we need more comfort in our lives. So here we're talking about all the Pentacles theme. It could be Venusian themes, money, body, nature, being present. Like, what do you need more comfort around? Maybe it's abundance. I don't know exactly what it is for you specifically, but it seems like with the Queen of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles, you have cultivated inner stillness. And that is a skill that will support you for the rest of your life to have very, strong boundaries. There's a difference between doors, walls and boundaries. Boundaries show people where the door is. Walls keep everybody out. Here, this to me is about someone who has incredible boundaries. They actually embody those boundaries. You're inspiring other people to do the same. You're teaching other people lessons, very, very important lessons, just by being you. I don't even think I don't even think you realize most of the times how much of a good influence you are to the people that, share their lives with you or spend a lot of time with you. Again, you have cultivated inner stillness. You have cultivated magic in the mundane. So that, to me, one of the bigger things that comes up from this, Sag, is you don't need as much as you once needed. So maybe in the past you found a lot of comfort in material, having a beautiful home and finding the perfect color for your wall paint and finding all the nice things, the clothes, and maybe, I don't know exactly what it was, but it feels like now you don't need as much to be, quote unquote, happy. You understand that happiness really comes and goes. We have to collaborate with it. We have to notice it. It's in the little things. So since you're not needing as much and you're letting go of the grip of control, the universe wants to send you what you need most. It's a beautiful collaboration here that's happening. I love this. I love this for you. So much earth energy, because Sagittarius, you are fiery. You are the flaming arrow. Fire is amazing, but how can you ground this fire? And I think you've been working on that. You've been doing that, maybe unconsciously. Okay, a lot of freaking cards, so it's still very interesting. Of course, the Wheel of Fortune, Nine of Cups. Give me one card. Okay, Three of Pentacles. There's a lot of pentacles. Again, you've been learning to ground your fire, because having too much intensity, too much fire can burn you out. It's as simple as that. But it's easier said than done when we ask again, we need to ground this energy. We need to be present with it. That's the thing, you know, you're moving very fast when you're focused on specific goals. When there's something that you want, you're going to be a lot of the times obsessed with this thing. You're not going to be satisfied until you get it done. And you're learning to enjoy the journey, to not start living once you're at the destination. And this is a message that's been coming up for everyone. And I feel so good about this, but I feel like as a collective, we're starting living and not just surviving. We've been since 2020, all of us, on survival mode. And I think that we're kind of redirecting the energy in a way that is more productive and more supportive. Again, it's not just like all of this fire and this intensity. It's grounded and it's practical, but it's not obsessive. Like, there's a beautiful balance here. Three of Pentacles is Mars and Capricorn. There's the fire of Mars and there's the earth of Capricorn. You know what I mean? Again, I know I keep repeating myself, but it seems like it's very important that you have found inner peace, inner stillness. You're probably on a journey of making peace with your body also. Your body, as imperfect as it is, maybe you have dealt with a lot of health issues in your life, or there could have been things about your physical appearance that, you once wanted to change. You felt like you would be so much better if there was this thing that was different about you. No, not anymore. So this is radical self-love. This is radical self-acceptance. And it takes a lot of work to get there. It's an everyday practice to cultivate that. Okay, I'm excited to see what's coming for you. With the Three of Pentacles, you're collaborating with your higher self. You're collaborating with the universe. And whatever improvement you're making, and again, I talked about the home earlier, and it was really just an example, but maybe now it really is about finding what makes you feel good, what inspires you, instead of trying to achieve a certain standard or trying to create something that's perfect. Now it's molded to you. It's perfect for you. And the King of Pentacles is here. Listen, I can't make that stuff up. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the King, the Three, the Four. There's just this beautiful balance here. So the King understands that he will always have to go back to his practice, his awareness of the Queen. So this is not natural to you. It's something that you constantly have to go back to. Okay, am I present? Okay, how does my body feel? Understanding, that your body is very wise. It will tell you when there's a flare-up, when there's something coming through, when you need rest. Can you honor that? Can you give yourself that permission, that sacred permission to pause, to slow down when needed? I feel like as a fire sign, maybe when you rest, you feel like it's a waste of time or that you are wasting precious time. And actually, no, it's essential that you recharge. It's essential that you trust the wisdom of your body. Again, Four of Pentacles is body wisdom. It's your general energy. So we're constantly going back to this. And here we have the Lover's card. The Lover's card is the sacred mirror. It's understanding truly that the beauty we see in others, the beauty we see in the world is a reflection of us. So when I said radical self-love, radical acceptance, the Lover's card really confirms what I was feeling here. There's something that, again, you used to do for external validation in the past. And now you're doing it for yourself completely, 100% for yourself. And that is one of the most beautiful things that could have happened, because you're not looking outside of yourself for answers anymore. You're not. You're curious, you're open to other perspective, but you know who you are. You are so deeply secure, rooted in who you are, truly in your core, your values, your heart, that I feel everything in the material world, everything is aligning for you, because your mind is aligned with your body. There's like a direct connection, mind-body here. You know yourself better than anyone. You know exactly, again, kind of there's a rhythm, there's a sacred personal rhythm here that's taking place. So you're able to show yourself more compassion because you know when you're going through a winter season, a spring season, those internal seasons that we go through when, again, our body needs more rest, when we need more light, we need more water. It's cyclical. So you really are moving in a way that supports not only the health of your body, but also your mental health, your nervous system. And when those two are aligned, it opens the door to be so receptive. Our intuition is like this open channel, and we can trust our gut feeling. We can trust our intuition. But I feel like we need to align the mind and the body in order to have that very clear receptive channel. And you know, the gut is the second brain of the body, your gut. You know, when we say trust your gut feeling, yeah, because the gut knows. The gut knows. The tissue of the gut is made, it's the same tissue as the brain. It is so powerful. So there's something here that you felt coming. You were patient. You were present with this invitation. It's like you're receiving an invitation from the universe, it seems like. And the Nine of Pentacles is a very solitary path. It's not a lonely energy. There's a difference between loneliness and solitude. It's a solitary path. Again, it's not about needing validation. It's not about seeing what other people are doing. You're creating something. It's like you built your nest, not only your body, but again, there's something about the home. There's something about the home. Finally starting to feel good at home. Because again, you're not rushing. You're not trying to please anyone. It's just about having this space that makes you feel at peace, that inspires you. Something very cozy about your energy right now. Finally being able to enjoy your home, maybe. To enjoy the space that you live in. At the heart, yeah, Four of Wands. Listen, this is the only card in the tarot that is perfect. Nothing in life is perfect except secret geometry, but the Four of Wands is perfect. It is the 1111 card. It's the card of the channeler, meaning you are the channeler. You don't need me. You don't need the tarot. You don't need an astrologer. You don't need anyone to help you receive the messages from God, from your guides, your ancestors, from the universe. You are the channeler. You are more receptive than you ever was. And that is just the beginning. I feel like in the next few months, you could literally have some type of power or ability that just unlocks. Hearing, seeing things, getting really specific body sensation. Because again, mind, body, soul is so connected right now that you could have, premonition coming through your dreams. You could have like flashes, images of things. Four of Wands is Venus and Aries. It's the yin, the yang together. That's why I say it's a perfect energy. It's a completion. It's like a whole energy. I don't need anything more to feel complete. I am complete. So to get there, and I know this because also with the Sagittarius that I know that you had to clear a lot in the past few years. You had to let go. You had to cut the cords. You've been healing your ancestors. You've been healing your past, your inner child. You've been forgiving yourself and others. And you really, again, got to that place of radical self-acceptance, radical self-love, which is all contained in that perfect energy of the Four of Wands. So you cleared so much that you made space for something new to find you. So what is ready to find Sagittarius? What begins for Sagittarius? Eight of Wands, okay, and this is one of your cards. And it's interesting because when I see this card, I'm like, okay, my guides, they don't want me to know exactly. Because the Eight of Wands is the confirmation that something's on the way already. It's like, it's the same feeling as you ordered something online, but there's no specific dates. You don't know when you're going to receive this thing through the mail. So it's coming, it's on the way. You're probably like refreshing on the app. Okay, it's on the way. It's on the way. Is it going to get here? I can't wait. I feel it. I'm excited. It's happening very, very soon. So here we have an invitation, a conversation, an offer, something that transforms you deeply. And again, you're not needing it. You're receptive. You are in a receptive state. There's excitement. There's a lot of fire and earth, mixed together. Here we have Venus and Aries. Again, this theme of earth and fire is so, so present. It's everywhere. So what do we do when we know something is coming? Again, I think that we go back to this practice. The practice of cultivating inner stillness, to be as present as we can, to sit in our feelings, really. As basic as it sounds, it is one of the most supportive practice anyone can do. To be present and to identify the feelings that are coming up. Okay, I'm anxious, I'm nervous, I'm excited, I'm impatient, I'm lost, I'm confused, whatever it is important that you sit with what is coming up. Because letting go of control is essential here. To not try to quantify, how many days, how long is it going to take, when is it going to get there? The practice is to constantly let go of control. If you're someone who meditates, and I know a lot of Sag loves meditation, picture, hands opening. And this is something that I always do when I meditate. I make sure that my hands are open. I'm letting go of control. Same for your tongue and your mouth. You let it just be kind of loose in your mouth. You just let go and let go over and over again. Number 8 is the infinity loop. It's a practice of constantly doing the same thing over and over again, and it becomes a practice and it transforms us. So the practices that you do on a daily basis, they are supporting your future self. They are supporting the bigger goals. And they are obviously supporting you, your mind, body, soul, on the journey to get to this new place that seems very mysterious. But with the 4 of Wands at the heart of this reading, the timing is exquisite, Sag. The timing is exquisite. We have the Hangman. Okay. So there's still moments where your brain, your inner saboteur, your inner critique, it lies to you and it tells you that you're stuck. So the perception a lot of the times is nothing's happening. I'm stuck. Nothing's moving. I'm still waiting for something to happen. I'm not receiving it. The Hangman is a change in perception. It's a perspective shift. And I shared this in the past for sure. The Hangman to me chose to be in that position. I remember feeling that the first time in my life I picked the Hangman card. I saw the imagery and I was like, he chose to be in that position. It reminds me of a yogi. Yoga is a new perspective. You are upside down. It gives you the opportunity to have a new perspective on everything. So this is it. Yes, your inner critique is very loud because you have high standards for yourself and for others, because you know that you deserve the world. You know who you are. You know your heart. So of course you have high standards. So it's totally normal to expect. We try to predict, we expect. Again, it's all coming back to control. All coming back to control. And I feel like the Hangman teaches us that when we expect nothing, we receive everything. I'm sure you heard that before. Expect nothing, receive everything. Again, there's something about you that's just is called to surrender. You're being called to surrender fully. What does it mean for you to surrender, Sag? Is it scary? Is it uncomfortable? I feel like, and I heard this recently and it just made so much sense to me personally. There's someone who wrote in the comments, it's so hard letting go of control because I feel like there's no ground beneath my feet. There's no ground beneath me. And I told this person, actually, it's an illusion that we cultivate humans, that there is ground beneath our feet. There was never ground beneath your feet to begin with, ever. You are born in uncertainty. The fact that you are here is a miracle. It is. We never have solid ground beneath our feet. It was an illusion. Maybe at one point in your life, you were sure that you were in control. That was an illusion. It wasn't the truth. You were never in control. The only thing you can control is what you do in the present moment. It's the only thing that you have control over. What you do now in this moment. Are you receptive? Are you listening? How are you responding to a person? Are you listening to the person when they're talking? What is the action you're taking right now in this moment? This is the only thing you have control over. The rest is an illusion. So the Hangman, really, it shows us that. And here we have, I was about to say the Fool and the Hangman. See, you always have to trust your intuition. And this is something I teach to people all the time, that you should trust the initial feeling. I heard it. I said it in my head. I was like the Hangman and the Fool. And then the Fool was right here. So trusting yourself, trusting the initial feeling that comes up, even if there's fear, the fear of not being understood, the fear of making a mistake, the fear of, messing up. Because trusting our intuition doesn't guarantee that we're not going to make a mistake. But we're not going to regret because it comes from us. There can't be, regrets when you are fully aligning your actions with your values, your heart, when you are present. So the Fool is a new soul journey. The Fool is 0. It's the egg. So it's who you were supposed to be before you were born. And again, I said it, it's a miracle that you're here. It really is. What are the odds? When you think about it, when you think about the magic of being a human, the magic of just the fact that you were chosen, you are here. It is enough. I feel like the Fool has been teaching me recently that everyone is trying to be somebody. People, I hear this all the time. I just want to be somebody. I just want to, I was born to be somebody. There's no one to be. There's no one to be. What does this mean? I want to be somebody. You are enough. The fact that you are here is enough. So the Fool confirms that there's a new beginning that's on the way, but 0 is the liminal space. It's the space between an ending and a new beginning. And the liminal spaces can be very long or short. We don't know. It's 0. We have no freaking clue. But the thing I love the most about this card is that the Fool is traveling the light. You are not bringing in this new era, in this new decade, this new life, really. You're not bringing the old baggage, the doubts. You're not stepping in this new era with preconceived idea of what it's going to be. You can't. You don't know what it's going to be. Because there's infinite possibilities with this exquisite timing. Maybe it's hard for you to hope right now. We live in very scary times. The world is on fire. It's very hard to stay hopeful. It's actually, an act of rebellion, it seems like right now, to be hopeful. It feels so, it's very Hangman. It's like you're a rebel if you believe that there's something good waiting for you, that there are better things coming. Because it's so scary what we're going through right now as a collective. So what are you bringing with you in this new era? Your values, new sets of values. It feels like there's no answer. It's just you. It's just you. I'm seeing the star the star card in my mind, like this naked woman who's just like, it's me. It's mind, body, and soul. That's what I'm bringing with me. I don't want any preconceived ideas. I don't want the old beliefs and the heaviness and the stories and the fear. I just want to live. I am tired of just surviving. I want to live. So the Fool is like this massive door. It feels like it's connected to the eclipse in some way. The eclipse will clear out all the karmic debt. The eclipse will do the work. You don't have to do any type of ritual. Actually, you shouldn't do any rituals on the eclipse, ever. The universe is doing the job. Trust it. It's clearing everything that no longer serves you. And it's showing up as the Tower. The Tower will clear everything non-essential in your life. The Tower will help you rebuild yourself on stronger foundation. And I know that this is something that you've already been doing again. The foundation is top notch. Really, it really is. But it's still a journey of rebuilding brick by brick. And it's so powerful. The Tower has become one of my favorite cards. And I remember as a baby tarot reader, oh my goodness, at one point I almost took the Tower out of my tarot deck. I was so afraid of this card. I was so afraid of the Tower. It's crazy. I'm very grateful that I have rebuilt this relationship with this card. And I lived it so many times. And it's bitter medicine. It's not comfortable. It's not easy. It's life-changing. You know, what is meant for us lives on the other side of change. It lives on the other side of fear. It is uncomfortable when the Tower shows up. But you can be sure that, again, you're not bringing with you the old stuff, the mess from the past, the things that used to block you, especially the fear. I don't know, there's a lot of fear that's contained in this energy for you today. The fear of not being enough, the fear of wasting your life, or the fear that you'll never be loved again, or you'll never accomplish that specific dream or goal. It's all lies. It's your brain trying to protect you. I don't care how old you consider yourself, how young you consider yourself. There's no timing. Faith doesn't care about your age. It doesn't care about plans. It laughs in the face of you planning. Your destiny is calling. And again, the timing is exquisite. There's something that's being cleared out of your life because it's making space for something that's perfect for you. And it's gonna be different for each and everyone listening. What's perfect for you is not what's perfect for me. It's for the greater good of everyone involved in this situation. Meaning, it might not be what you have planned. It might not be what you manifested. It's what is perfectly aligned for you. And you're not supposed to try to predict it or put a name on it. You're supposed to live it. You're supposed to be in that receptive state. That's the practice. That's the goal. And we have, the Sun. I'm so happy. Find a balance. The Sun is, our truest essence. The light that never goes out. The fixed fire. It's always going to guide you in the darkness, The darkness, it's essential. And I feel like for a lot of you, there could have been some type of a journey in the underworld. Maybe you, in the past decade, in the past 5 years, you got in touch with the darkest parts of yourself and maybe with the darkest parts of your life. There's something here that's just, it's pointing you in the right direction, but it's not, again, about the end goal. It's about really what's here. What's the next step? What are you doing today? How are you treating yourself? How are you listening? How open is your heart? The sun is so connected to the heart. How open is your heart today, right now, in this moment? That's the practice. That's what matters. Because everything else, you will discover it when the time is right. It's a journey of self-discovery and also a discovery of, again, what is on that path? Where can it lead me? The future isn't fixed. Again, fate doesn't care about your plans. It doesn't. So how open is your heart right now in this moment? How receptive are you to all the good stuff that wants to find you? Thank you for listening, Sag. Thank you for your magic. I absolutely adore you, and I can't wait to read for you next week, so make sure to stay tuned. Until then, take exquisite care of yourself.